Hi, my name's Barrie Crampton. Welcome to another episode of Not the Evangelist News. And today I want to share some good news with you. It's brilliant news, fantastic news. All the usual suspects have been quick to point out the UK is outselling Germany in EVs. I'll go through the thing, but first I want to share a couple of quick videos with you, and let's see what relevance they have later.
Some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
You've no idea how much pleasure that goal gives me. I watched it when I was a kid live. It's the last time an England team played well. One more video. Honestly, what can I say? England beating Germany. I can't tell you how happy it makes me feel. A couple of years later, well, 4 years to be precise, I have a scar on my head here. It's an airgun pellet, just there. It's where an airgun pellet hit me in the head. Guess how I got an airgun pellet in my head. My dad worked at an engineering firm in Preston, and he had to go to Germany. It was my 11th birthday, and he decided that he would take me. We went to Germany. My granddad was in the war and hated Germans, absolutely hated them. My mum and dad had a guest house. My dad worked at an engineering firm in Preston. They were doing a joint project with a firm in Germany. And we kept getting German people staying at our guest house, much to the annoyance of my granddad, who was always in a bad mood when they were there. I was very close to my granddad, and basically this shows you how you grow up with bias, I suppose. My granddad hated the Germans, fought against them, absolutely loathed them. These German people were coming to our guest house. I knew that I shouldn't like them, but they were nice. They were lovely people. One of them, a guy called Manfred, had an Opel GT. From that moment on, I always wanted an Opel GT. It was beautiful. It was the most beautiful car I'd ever seen when I was 11, 1968, 69. Well, it was probably, I was 10 because I was 11 when we went to Germany. Anyway, my dad had to go to Germany to work on this project, and he took me. And we drove there in a guy called Willie Garrison in his Ford Capri. He had a lime green metallic Ford Capri. And we drove to Germany, me sat in the back seat all the way there, arrived there at 2 o'clock. Willie Garrison's family had a massive spread laid out for us at 2 o'clock in the morning. Willie Garrison, a real family man. And his daughter-in-law was called Audi. She was the most beautiful girl I'd ever seen in my life, bearing in mind I was only 11. And I spent the next 2 weeks really with the family, getting to know them and getting to really like them. My dad, meantime, was at the factory. One day at the factory, something fell off a crane. Willie Garrison shoved my dad out of the way, saved his life. How can you not like Germans? How can you let somebody else's prejudice enter into your life? So from then on, Germans were great with me. I didn't mind at all. I still wanted to beat them. There was still a rivalry. And it was 1970 in the World Cup. Esso were doing coins. And for every so many gallons of fuel you got a free coin. This is what they used to do. And each one had a footballer's head on it. Now I'd got all the England team. They were doing the same thing in Germany. Willie Garrison got me the German team. So I had the England and the German team on these cards, all filled in. I went back, was watching the game, think England were 2-0 up, were they? And we had Peter Bonetti in goal, the cat, Peter Bonetti. England were in front. Goals by Alan Mullery and Martin Peters. It's making me choke up now, thinking about it. 69 minutes, Franz Beckenbauer. Brilliant player. The Kaiser, I think they used to call him. Opened us up and scored. 2-1, 69th minute. 82nd minute, Uwe Sailor. Peter Bonetti, the cat. Great goalkeeper for Chelsea, I think he played for. Great goalkeeper. 2-2. 108th minute, Gerd Muller. England are out. Mad football. Played a lot of football. Played for several teams. Loved it. Lived and breathed football, me. So then I decided I was also a very good shot with an air rifle. I then decided to take Gerd Muller's coin out of my display, put it up at the, well, not, put it at the end of the garden, wasn't a big garden, and then I proceeded to shoot it. Guess what happened? Ricochet from Gerd Muller, bang, right in the head. What a day that was. So, honestly, I'm still the same today. I like Germans, I love German cars. I really do, they're my favourites. I like German people. My friend Sally has a long-term partner. His name's Gert. You know, it haunts me to this day. But trust me, if England beat Germany at anything, I'm the first to celebrate. Okay? So that's a bit of a preface. Let's go to our friend, Dr. Andy Palmer. So here we go. 18 hours ago, the UK has overtaken Germany as Europe's largest new all-electric BEV car market after record sales in 2024, driven by the country's zero-emissions vehicle mandate. Now, he's forgotten to mention again that it's bankrupting the car trade. He's forgotten to mention that we've sunk $4.5 billion of discount into trying to get EVs to catch on. He's forgotten to mention that most of the sales are, well, they're not sales, but they're the leasing companies, hire companies, and the manufacturers own fleets. That involves all the company cars, all the ones they pre-registered and hired, all the ones that they give to the workers and the workers' friends. Remind me to tell you about another story in the Opel days, just to show you how the workers' benefits get abused. So there's all these EVs. They've restricted supply of ICE cars as well to hit the unachievable EV mandate. The EV mandate's 22%. They reckon the real market for EVs is 11 to 12%. So we're 10% behind. We bought 10%. Read more. Callanish Commodities. UK overtakes Germany as Europe's #1 BEV market. Data obtained by Callanish on Monday shows the UK registered 381,970 BEVs last year, a 21.4% annual increase in December alone. Well, we know that because they're all coming on the market now. They were pre-registered and now they're being advertised. Well, let's not let facts get in the way of this brilliant story. England beating Germany. In December alone, car makers sold 43,656 units, corresponding to 31% of all new car registrations in the month. According to the Federal Motor Transport Authority, KBA, well, how did they do that? How can it be KBA? Should it not be FMTA? Anyway, there you go. Yes, I know. German, yeah. Okay. EV Newt. No sex EVers. I know. Honestly, I don't need you to point it out. Okay. Chill. Okay. Germany registered 380,609 new BEVs last year, following the end of... Oh, hang on a second. Following the end of subsidies, sales dropped 27.4% year on year to a 13.5% market share. In France, BEV sales came to 291,143 units, down 2.47%, according to figures from trade body PFA. Beyond the traditional end-of-year sales push, car makers operating in the UK boosted efforts to ensure compliance with the required 22% rate demanded under the ZEV mandate. The average BEV penetration closed the year at 19.6%, at the cost of 5.6 billion euros in purchase discounts, the SMMT says. It's not the win that Andy's making out, is it? But even worse than that, let me just show you something else. UK overtakes Germany to become Europe's top electric car market. Look at the graph. We're yellow, Germany are black. That's the trajectory of Jeff Hurst's controversial second goal. If it had looked like that, it wouldn't have been controversial. It would definitely have crossed the line. Unfortunately, UK, all those sales, most of them are bought. Most of them have been purchased by discounts. Germany's ended. I wonder if you can guess where they stopped the subsidies. Would that be okay to assume it's just round about there? And that people decided that actually with no subsidies, they prefer petrol. They prefer a nice car. Otherwise, they'd just carry on buying EVs, wouldn't they? But why would you boast? Like, for instance, let's just go back. So that's Andy Palmer, a spokesperson, a green energy spokesperson, a spokesperson for the electric everything or everything electric. We'll just have a look at Faircharge, who reposts a lot of Andy Palmer's stuff. Ah, dear. There you go. Record sales figures in December mean that the UK has overtaken Germany as Europe's most successful EV market. We beat them by only around 1,300 cars, but the numbers send a clear signal that the ZEV mandate is working. Full story here. UK overtakes Germany as Europe's #1 BEV market. But yet, sent this to them. This was September 19th, 2024. German EV sales plunged 69% in August as slump worsens. EV sales dropped by a massive 69% in August, having slid by 37% in July and 16% in June, in part due to cuts in EV subsidies. It's not a win, is it? Do you know what? Going back to that German team, what the EV shills need to do is to be quiet. if that doesn't highlight the blatant misinformation and propaganda that they're putting out, and you still think I'm a liar, then there's something wrong with you. What EV sales need is Franz Beckenbauer, Uwe Sailor and Gerd Muller. People who don't give up, people who don't think they can just sit on the arse and somebody else will do the work, or you'll chuck some more discount and they'll take off sooner or later. On Facebook, yeah. Bit quiet in the showroom today. 6 cup of coffee. Sad emoji. Meanwhile, all the demonstrators, 5 miles, 10 miles, 18 months old, never been out of the showroom. Germany need that spirit, never give up spirit, and keep going. What the UK need? I would say the UK need David Beckham. David Beckham, his running off the ball, the way he played, certain games in particular, never ever gave up. Never gave up. Also, I'd like him to do to the EV shills what he did to Diego Simeone. Anyway, that's it. Don't believe what you read. If it's got EV in the title, a percentage, and they're portraying it as a win, it's a lie at the moment.
A good cross ball, low on the far post, and then Fulham's done it.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.